In the past decade, we have witnessed a computer revolution that was unimaginable. 10 to 15 years ago, this world never would have imagined what computers would have done for business. Furthermore, the internet and the ability to conduct electronic commerce have changed the way we are as consumers. And one of the coming concepts of the computer revolution in the past 10 years has been that of data warehousing. And to easily understand it, we divided this video into four parts. We have the database, the data lake, data warehouse, and data mart. Second is what is data warehouse? Third is conceptual, logical, and physical data models. And lastly, what is dimensional data modeling? Let's proceed with the first part. Database, the collection of data or information organized for rapid search and retrieval, especially by a computer. Databases are structured to facilitate storage, retrieval, modification, and deletion of data in conjunction with various data processing operations. A database consists of a file or set of files that can be broken down into records, each of which consists of one or more fields. Fields are the basic units of data storage. Users retrieve database information primarily through queries. Using keywords and sorting commands, users can rapidly search, rearrange, group, and select the field in many records to retrieve or create reports on particular aggregates of data according to the rules of the database management system being used. So, what is Data Lake? Data Lake is a centralized repository that allows you to store all your structured and unstructured data at any scale. You can store your data as is without having to first structure the data and run different types of analytics. And from dashboards and visualizations to big processing of data, real time analytics, and machine learning to guide better decisions. How about Data Warehouse? Data Warehouse is an extensive database system that stores information for an entire business. It collects raw information from various sources, such as business software and social media feeds, and processes it into structured data stored in a tabular format. Businesses can connect an enterprise data warehouse to business intelligence tools to make smarter decisions. Lastly, data mart. It is a data shortage or storage system that contains information specific to an organization's business unit. It contains a small and selected part of the data that the company stores in a larger storage system. Companies use a data mart to analyze department specific information more efficiently. It provides summarized data that key stakeholders can use to quickly make informed decisions. So let's have the difference between data warehouses, data lakes, and data marts. When we say a data warehouse, data lakes, and data marts, they are different cloud storage solutions. A data lake is a central repository for raw data and unstructured data. You can store data first and process it later on. And a data warehouse stores data in a structured format. It is a central repository or pre processed data for analytics and business intelligence. On the other hand, a data mart is a data warehouse that serves the needs of a specific unit, like a company's finance, marketing, or sales department. Let's proceed with the second part. Data warehouse is useful for measuring the business and it makes it more convenient for business owners and other stakeholders or shareholders to access the data as it serves as a single source. source. They can focus on the decision making instead of the technical skills, with the gathering and organizing of the data without worrying about the consistency of the information. It enables business intelligence by deriving insights from the users. So, what is a data warehouse? A data warehouse is a set of tools and techniques to collect data about the different business operations, integrate the data, prepare the data in such a way that it allows the users to derive insights from the information, thus enabling business intelligence. And these are the features of data warehouse. It stores large amounts of historical data, and the data model optimized for analytical queries and is flexible in handling changes to data sources. It serves as a base for various needs like OLAP, data mining, predictive analytics, and lastly, a single source of truth for other systems. Let's proceed with the architecture of data warehouse. The architecture of a data warehouse has three layers, which are the data source layer, the data warehouse layer, which has two phases. First is the staging layer, and the second is the dimensional model. And the last layer of data warehouse is the presentation layer. It shows how from different sources of data in the data source layer it would be organized and compiled in a data warehouse layer and would be easily accessible in the presentation layer. Data source layer is the origin of data. It consists of all of the systems that feed data to a data warehouse. These data sources can vary in terms of technology, from a relational database management system to a file system, and even cloud storage. The data collected from these systems move to the second layer, referred to as data warehouse layer. The data warehouse layer. It consists of two different phases of data. The first phase, staging layer. It helps assign collection of data coming in from the source systems, and the data is stored as is in its raw format. Once all the required data is collected, the data is cleansed, checked against business rules, and then moved to the dimensional model into another database. And in dimensional model, the original data will not be stored as is. Instead, the tables are designed as dimensions and fact tables, which are designed to help in analytical style of queries. These design ensures retrieval of large amount of records and aggregations while ensuring high rate performance. Let's proceed with the presentation layer, which is the business owners with less technical know-how can access the data through the presentation layer by using a variety of business intelligence tools such as Tableau, business objects, and even Excel. Let's proceed with the third part. So, what is data model? Data model is a conceptual representation of how data is organized, stored, and accessed within a system. It provides a framework for understanding the structure, relationships, and constraints of the data. And the importance of data models are it serves as a blueprint for designing databases and information systems. They facilitate communication between stakeholders, such as developers, analysts, and end users. The data models ensure data integrity, consistency, and accuracy throughout the system's life cycle. Here are some of the common types of data models wherein the hierarchical model of data, network data model, relational data model, object-oriented data model, and NoSQL data model. So here are the stages of data modeling. The first one is conceptual data modeling. This stage focuses on understanding the business requirements, high level data relationships, and concepts of the data model. It provides a big picture of the data structure without getting into implementation details. It utilizes techniques like entity relationship diagrams or unified modeling language class diagrams. The logical data model, which translates the conceptual model into a more detailed representation. It focuses on representing the data requirements of the system without considering the specific database management system or implementation details. It defines entities, attributes, relationships, and constraints using a data modeling notation in a technology independent manner. Lastly, physical data modeling. It focuses on translating the logical data model into a physical implementation that can be implemented into a specific database system. It specifies storage structures, data types, indexes, and other physical aspects of the database, and it defines the tables, columns, data types, constraints, and other implementation specific details. Let's proceed to the last part of this video. So what is dimensional data modeling? It is one of the data modeling techniques since used in data warehouse design. The main goal of this modeling is to improve the data retrieval so it is optimized for select operation. The advantage of using this model is that we can store data in such a way that it is easier to store and retrieve the data once stored in a data warehouse. The dimensional model is the data model used by many OLAP systems. Elements of dimensional, which is the facts, which are the measurable data elements that represent the business metrics of interest. For example, in a sales data warehouse, the facts might include sales revenue, units sold, and profit margin. And each fact is associated with one or more dimensions, creating relationship between the fact and the descriptive data. Dimension. These are descriptive data elements that are used to categorize or classify the data. For example, these might include product, customer, time, and location. Each dimension is made up of a set of attributes that describe the dimension. Attributes. Characteristics of dimension in data modeling are known as characteristics. These are used to filter, search facts, etc. For dimension of location, attributes can be state, country, zip code, etc. Fact table. In a dimensional data model, the fact table is the central table that contains the measures or metrics of interest surrounded by the dimension tables that describe the attributes of the measures. The dimension tables are related to the fact table through foreign key relationships. Lastly, dimension tables. Dimensions of a fact are mentioned by the dimension table and they are basically joined by a foreign key. Dimension tables are simply the normalized tables, and these dimensions can be having one or more relationships. Always remember that the data warehouse enables companies to access and analyze all of their data to derive the most accurate business insights and forecasting models. This video is made by this amazing team from Crypto. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.